Well, that opening was a little dramatic, but it's no less the truth. We did have a fire and a bunch of smoke on board. So not really a fire, just an electrical instance. And we ended up burning up our inverter. How do we do that? Well, a lot of things happen. One is 2 of our air conditioners stopped working. I mean, it's freaking hot here. And so I checked the strainers, and the strainers were plugged. So I pulled out the strainers, looked at them, and realized I got to go into town and get some materials. So I didn't close them back up. Now I watched them. There was no water leaking, nothing. But so I left them open, and Cindy needed to get into that room, and she closed the hatch and told me about it, which is fine. With the hatch closed, I just forgot to look. And throughout the night, water backed up, or back flushed basically, and started filling up the hole. And once that happened, it filled up enough to where it reached the inverter. Now the inverter's always on, and it's got 2,000 amp hours of power going through it at all times. And once the water hit it, boom, it fried, and it started smoking big time. And at that point, we made sure we were able to get the water out of there. We started dumping it out, but then we realized the frickin' bilge pumps weren't working. One was working, the other one wasn't, and that's why it just kept filling and filling. And finally I got the other one working and got all the water out, plus Cindy and I were bailing basically, but it was too late at that point. At least it didn't reach the batteries and burn out $50,000 worth of batteries. So I wasn't over dramatic. I mean, we did have the cockpit full, or the salon full of smoke. The rear bedroom where the batteries are full of smoke. But I was able to turn off the breaker, and so no more power was going out, and it stopped the smoke and the fire and all that. But it's about as bad as it can be. I mean, we're going to leave in 2 days. We finally got most of our stuff working, and we'll go through all the stuff that broke. It was a pretty scary thing. One, I think the boat's sinking because we're filled with water. I couldn't figure out why. And then with all this smoke, not the kind of day you sign up for. And when I said earlier on a short, it was our worst day, it was. But I'll show you now. We've got the inverter back. We got my buddy Kevin, who is an electrician by trade, and he has been amazing. I don't know what we would have done without him. Kevin, thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for us. Alright, so let's show what all has gone wrong in the last 3.5 months. About all I can take.
Our new $4,000 inverter is here. Woohoo! Now we might have some power back on the boat. Some real power.
Oh, it is beat up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hopefully nothing internal is messed up. So.
Look at that, 111 pounds, nothing. You might be laid up like me.
It's all in the legs, baby.
This has got to be the worst part.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need gym class, just work on my boat.
Yeah. Not bad for an old man, right? Yay!
Hey, look at you.
It's in the hole. All right.
That's a beautiful sight. It shows we are charging and we've got power coming in from solar. It's a good day. Kevin, you did it, buddy. Yesterday I was talking to my buddy Mike, and we're just talking about all the different mechanical issues we've had. And his question to me was, do boat manufacturers not make the systems very well? And I told him, yeah, think about it. If you picked your house up, put it on pontoons, and sailed it around the world, you think things would break? Well, of course it would. You know, it can only be so. I mean, you can only do so much. That the the boat is always moving. We're at the dock now. We're still bouncing 24 hours a day. I mean, most of the systems are put on dampers and such, so they are insulated somewhat, but they're going to move. It's going to bounce around. Things are going to break. It's just something, again, that I knew about, but wasn't prepared about. And it doesn't just happen to me. Our friends here on Param, they were going to leave 2 nights ago. So they got all prepared. I mean, there's a lot of checklists you got to do to get ready to leave. And during the day, they ran their engines for about an hour, because they've been sitting for 3 weeks. Everything was ready to go. And at 7:30, they asked us to come over and help them with the lines. And one of their engines wouldn't start. And that was 2 days ago. He's still working on it. So, I mean, it just happens. I mean, there are so many systems on the boat, and their boat's close to 20 years old. So it's just, oh. Boy, you're gonna get run over here. So, I mean, things are happening. Just got to prepare for it. But it is kind of, in a perverse way, I'm kind of glad, it's not just me. But hopefully they'll get theirs fixed today and they'll get out of here. And we're hoping to get out of here in 2 days. So I'm off doing last errands. In fact, I'm heading to the hospital now to see about getting some prescriptions renewed. Yeah, and then hopefully we'll be getting prepared. Looking forward to sailing again. So here's the magic man, Kevin, working on getting our Watermaker working. We got the pump back. He's ready to install it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's on the initial startup, and you can hear the pump running fine. Now you can hear the high pressure pump is kicked in after about 20 seconds. Okay, I don't know if you can hear, but the pump just stopped running. It's been 10 minutes. And it ran continuously until just now. A minute and 22, it kicked back on. Okay, now after 5 minutes, the pump has gone back off. Now again, after 2 minutes, the pump has turned back on. Intervals are changing. All right, so let me explain what's going on with this water pump. So on our trip from Aotearoa to American Samoa, the water pump wouldn't work. We got here, took us a couple weeks, but we found a guy who owned a pump company, and he took the water pump, worked on it, took him 3 weeks to get all the parts in, got it fixed, got it running. And he said we had some bad bearings and some seals had stopped sealing. So he got all those done. Now, So we get it. Kevin just installed it, turned on. We all celebrated. It was working. But then after a few minutes, as you saw, it stopped working. A few minutes later, it started working. Stopped working. So we can make water. Problem is that pump's not working right. And it is actually, you know, when the pump turns off, the low pressure pump is feeding the high pressure pump. When it turns off, the high pressure pump's working harder than it should. So we talked to the manufacturer called Slice, and they have been great. And after going back and forth, you know, making fixes, that Kevin bypassed. First it was thought was the sensor was bad. So they told Kevin how to bypass the sensor. Worked great. A few minutes on, a few minutes off. So finally, the Watermaker company asked if we're supplying 50 hertz power or 60 hertz power. So we tested it, and we're supplying 50 hertz power to a 60 hertz pump. That's why it's overheating and stopping and starting. So they have told us they will send us a new one. Updated now, they said, well, the manufacturer says it's supposed to be a 60 hertz pump in there. It doesn't know why we're supplying 50 hertz. Figured it out is when we got to Florida, we put in all this lithium, and the lithium supplies 50 hertz power, where the original generator was what supplied power to the Watermaker, because we didn't have enough battery power to do it originally, and that was 60 hertz. So it's ongoing on what's going to happen. Looks to me like once we get to New Zealand, we're going to have to take our pump apart and take the 60 hertz motor off, buy a 50 hertz motor, and put that in. You know, you solve one problem, and that leads to another problem. But at least we're making water. You know, we were kind of dead in the water there for a while, but we got water coming into the boat. Hopefully that pump won't burn out completely prior to New Zealand, which is still 3 months away. So that's where we are. On to the next thing.
Now here's a picture of our winch that broke. Now, you've probably seen this earlier, but we ordered one from the States. My daughter Amanda sent it to us, and realized the manufacturer gave me the wrong part number, and it was the wrong one. $700 down the drain. So I got back to the manufacturer, told them what they did wrong. They said, okay, this is the right pump number. We ordered another one. This one was $900. And had that sent directly from the supplier on FedEx to us. Supposed to be FedEx priority. When I went FedEx ground, it took 3 weeks to get here. Get it all unpacked. It looks good. It's the wrong one again. The bottoms are completely different. We're going to have to make the rest of the sailing until we get to New Zealand down a power winch. I'm not going to order another one. We got to get out of here. But here, at least we've got our friends Kevin and Deb are showing Cindy how to properly clean the winches. And it's not an easy process, but we'll show you that too.
Okay, let's look at some of the tools. We need fine sandpaper. We have a couple of screwdrivers, a couple of toothbrushes.
This is an acid brush.
An acid brush, some Q-tips, a little dental
tool.
Yeah. And then a little bucket to put the oil in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. So getting the old.
If you don't have it, I've got all of it.
Old nasty
Yeah.
grease off. Try not to drip on your. You take your dental tool, and you get in these little grooves here,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and that cleans because it's kind of an awkward. This is where your pawls and your springs go
Okay.
in here, and so you want to get in these little
All those crevices.
little crevices where
Yep.
all this old grease and dirt. And,
Okay.
yeah. because you want these little guys to go click, 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 click.
Okay.
Now, isn't that where you put the oil though on that little part?
Yeah, just a drop.
A drop. Okay.
A drop goes in each pawl. So this and your oil there, it's a lifetime supply.
Okay.
I will never go through ours.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I didn't buy two then.
Yeah.
You bought 3.
No, that's the grease.
That's the grease.
Oh, grease.
The oil.
Machine oil.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Machine oil.
Yeah, because the only place
Well, Kevin is ingrained on me, you know, always have spares.
always have spares. Yeah.
You just don't know what spares of what. I mean,
Yeah.
all the spares we bought, we haven't really used.
I know. No, if it's something I'm going to break, you know we won't have the spare for it.
So what's important to do, because it's a big puzzle, is to take a picture with your phone or with that.
There's a double pole set up here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's the part?
Yeah, part of it will.
Okay.
So this guy is probably in there. So we'll just kind of pretend, and there's a lower piece here that these are your pawls.
Okay.
Those are called
Click, click,
pawls.
click.
This
Okay.
makes it go click, 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 click.
Okay.
So what I would recommend doing right now is,
This is the broken one.
yeah. I
Oh,
would
so
take
this
a-
is what we're going to replace.
Yeah.
That piece.
I would take a picture right now.
Okay. Let me
Yes.
stop this. Okay.
So
Putting
hopefully,
together the poles, right?
Yep. So you got the spring and the pawl. Spring goes in there, and then you gotta squeeze it together,
You got it. Squeeze it together.
and then slides in.
Oh, very good. Oh, easier
Yeah.
to put in than take out.
Yeah. Now you want to make sure it's in this groove.
Yep.
I think we're in the groove.
Okay.
So, yep. So that's not going anywhere. So that's how you do that. There's
Okay.
your spring.
Good.
So you just take this guy. So now these, I should have looked at the other one. No, it's the same size. Never mind. Sometimes one side
Longer
is
than the other?
Longer. Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, good. Okay.
And
Perfect.
so
Kevin here is our handyman. He can pretty much do everything, so I gave him a list. But he only did jobs 1, 3, and 5. I guess he only does odd jobs. Dogs can't operate an MRI machine, but CAT scan